do the GT Sport or this, but I decided this. I didn't get no game of the day because they forced me to go to the lake. I had to go get my prescriptions and they wouldn't just fill them, so. In 2 months, I gotta go back for the post checkup. In April. So I've got it taken care of to April. I mean, I don't like going to the doctors. I've never did. This ain't something that started with 2020 to me. That's the one place where, but not, and I'm gonna tell you, no mask or any of that's gonna save you from it. You might, if you could get the hazmat suit. But now here would be the thing about the hazmat suit. What if you touched it and you got a germ on you after you took it off? So you can't go crazy with this stuff, man. And I remember I changed her before I went to bed. My eyes are bothering me tonight. Oh yeah, I forgot my allergy pill. I have to make sure I take it before I go to bed. Oh, I just forgot it. I have to take them daily, especially at this time of the year. It's probably going to be a hard day with a taxi. I'm kind of starting to like her tattoos. I tell you, I'm not a tattoo person. But seeing her every day kind of programming me to accept her tattoo. At least accept them. Maybe it's a good thing I put them on. Maybe I'll lose that. It's not really a big deal, y'all. It's not. Like on me, it's more of a personal level. I'm telling you, I would get tired of it. It's not that religious thing. And I want to tell you, God, a real-hearted person that had God after their heart, he's not going to be looking at that mark on you. Indeed, he will forgive you of that. So it's not the religious thing, man. It would be a personal thing, but I'm getting adjusted to her tattoos. And I did grow up with 50s type parents. So that's I'm kind of like, I don't know what generation I'd be from. Because I kind of got dipped in the 80s. With the vulgarity and the language and the sleazy horror movies. Jason. Even those last Michael Myers movies was kind of sleazy. The one where they was in the barn with the kittens. Well, come to think of it, the first one was. They had that scene where that old creepy guy said something about Lindsay. I always thought that was so creepy. And when I grew up and started hearing about pedophilia, I really didn't like it. The line about Lindsay. Oh, creepy dude with the glasses. And I told y'all the other day when I seen Purple Rain, I was actually thinking I was watching a porno. But Purple Rain was Skinamax compared to real pornography. What I'm talking about, that's how I felt. Why are you going after me? He's the one that's shooting. He's the one that's shooting. Their tattoos was finally worn on me. Now, I don't like that one on her back in that other game. I'm going to have to get that off her back, man. I don't like that tattoo. I like this one. the pride or die or whatever with the cross. I like that. Plus, it's a cross. I always got a thing for crosses. I love crosses. I don't think I love my cross I have to carry too much. Because sometimes I don't want to pick it up. Like if it comes to forgiving an enemy, I want to leave that thing laying on the ground. I'm telling you, I want to leave it laying on the ground. He has to tell me, it's just like he's talking to Cain, you know. When he told him, why your face downcast? That's me. When you tell me to love an enemy. But I need to repent of that. Because it ain't good. It ain't good for me. But it ain't like I mean, I'm going to tell you at the end of the day, I really only think of these people when I think of them. So it's not like my heart's just filled with some kind of hatred or something. I just don't overlook to you. Because I think you should treat people better than you do. And if it's an accident, I made this post today. That was a religious post. It was in one of the religious forums I follow. And you know, when it's accidental, I'm always easy to forgive them. Like say you didn't mean to hurt somebody, but you hurt them. I'm easy on that. But when you deliberately go out of your way to hurt somebody, I get in that mode as well, and I start throwing stuff back. I was talking general, and I ain't talking about that. I done it on Facebook today again. I let them drag me into it. I'm not gonna do it on my stream. We're talking a life lesson here about forgiving and the Bible and my crosses that I have that are hard for me to carry. The crosses that I'm hard to bear. Indeed, the ones that would make me throw it down and not pick it up. I don't do that. I'm going to say what I do. I just work with Jesus where I work with him at and just keep praying for him to deal with that down the road. In other words, I keep just going along with to say, well, Lord, we'll deal with that later. Help me deal with that. You don't ever know. One day I might wake up and it be, because I'm going to tell you something. Rodney Howard Brown, the pastor, he prayed to me about something. Something that really happened to us, and I had a problem with forgiving. I was mad at this individual for years. And one day he finally asked me. You know, he saw me posting and he asked me what I was talking about. And I told him the details. He told me, well, son, we got people in the church that has just the same kind of, and I can't go into confidentiality because it's there, but there's people that went through worse than you. And I tell them the same thing. And I kid you not, he went on later on that night and he did a whole full sermon on the subject. After, it was one of those night ones, you know, the stand. Well, I'm going to tell you about 2 or 3 years later, this individual, I praised the Lord, hallelujah. It got to that date, the anniversary. And I didn't think about him until 23 hours later. It finally crossed my mind that day was the day it happened. And I yelled out in real time, praise the Lord, Rodney's prayer. It was answered. I didn't think about him for a full 25 hours. I think it was 25. Been 23 to 25 hours. And I actually yelled that out because I'm telling you, normally I'd been sitting there sulking that day. And I even told him that night, I said, I don't know if I can do it. He says, well, you need to, son. It's important. So the way I look at it, if it was possible for me to not think about that jackass, you know what? Ever since then, I don't think about him much anymore. I'm talking about him right here. He kind of got out of my brain. Now, I got these new entities in my brain, but, you know, that's temperamental, too, because they pretty much, I'm telling you, unless they involve themselves in our lives by making some comment that makes me think about it, they're pretty much out of I'm pretty much happy about that. I'm happy that we're not going to have to deal with these people. Even though at the time I was upset. So the way I look at it, they're already going to be out of life anyway. So. But now he was something that was constant. This guy. And if Rodney hadn't probably prayed, I don't know if I'd got over it or not, because Mom has been picking at me about it for years. And I kind of get mad at her just like I did Rodney at the time. I wasn't mad at him, but I was irritated. But then, I'm telling you, when we got to that second or third year and I didn't remember him or I didn't think about him, I knew right, and I was thankful. I even thanked the Lord, because I knew he blessed me. He helped me there. And he helped me with that prayer to happen all those years ago. And I knew who to give the credit to. I thanked God for sending him my way, because it was God at the end of the day. But now, I told him to give him his credit. You know, we get blessing for helping people. When you do good, good comes unto you. So I told him to bless Rodney for helping me with that situation. Because I don't know if I'd ever got over it. And now, like I said, I rarely think of him at all. And when I do think of him, it's a good thought. Because I think about Rodney helping them pray for me and getting it out of him. Because it took years. That prayer didn't come answered quickly. There's a lot of spiritual warfare with that. So that's the way I look at even my situation. I say, well, God, we'll deal with that another time. Let's just keep going down the road. We'll deal with some other things right now. That's the way I do. I don't give up. You know, some people just walk away and give up. You can't give up with God. It's a lifelong walk. Even if you break down like a car and you're on the side of the highway and you break down, you gotta, as soon as you get broken down, you gotta get out of the car. You gotta get under the hood. I can't get under the hood. But you gotta get under the hood. You gotta fix some things. And you gotta get back in the car. And then you gotta drive on up the road. You gotta keep going on this walk of life called Christianity. And I got questions there, but I'm gonna let God deal with that too. You just gotta keep going up and down the road. And where you going, to quote Emmett Brown, you won't need roads. I hear you'll travel at the twinkling of a light. I hear we'll be just like Jesus. You know, they said he could be with 500 people at one time. I don't know if we can do that. If we can, I'm going to try to see if I can. Well, I don't know 500 people. They wouldn't be 500. I'd probably approach 500 people and they'd say, who are you? Do I know you? I don't hardly know anybody. I keep to myself. Knowing me, I'll probably find the corner somewhere myself. Unless I'm completely changed. Jesus probably had to come get me. He'd probably, son, service is going. Knowing me, I'll probably find the corner in my corner, unless I'm completely 100% changed. I'll probably find my corner. But if it was possible to go around 500 people at one time, I would do it. I might do it anyway, just to see if I could do it. At least once. They say you'll travel at the twinkling of an eye. Y'all know he was with 500 people at one time? One of those days after he was crucified? Oh! They got writings of it. Letters. People seen him. People was talking to him. Where you going, you ain't gonna need no roads. You ain't gonna need no vehicle. You will be the vehicle. You'll be the vehicle. You will be the vehicle. That will be nice, though. I can barely get around on my 2 feet the way it is, this problem. I was discussing that with the doctor today. I was kind of worried at first. That's what I told the nurse. I said I was kind of worried. But then when I got my doctor's note out and I looked up the symptoms, I told her exactly where I've been having my troubles. It's exactly where it shows on the, I believe it was the Mayo Clinic. Is that a little church? What is this building? It's got spray paint on it, whatever it is. Can't be a church, it's got spray paint on it. Let's see. Howdy, stranger. Howdy, stranger. Howdy, stranger. Dude, there's anything around here. There's a truck. I don't like trucks. I'm not a truck man. I'm not a truck man. I'm not a truck man. I like cars. And yes, I do like sports cars. Never had one. Never been able to afford one. But I do like them. And I'm not jealous of others to have them. In other words, I'm not going to care. I don't care that you have it. In other words, I don't care that you have it and I don't. I just look at it as out of my means. Now, if I could have it, I'd have it. I need to go learn how to drive. Well, I actually sort of know how to drive. I just need a license. I'm telling you, I used to drive go-kart and I used to drive the tractor. Honestly. So I have driven before. Oh, I'm running over people. I don't know how to drive with a stick, though. And I wouldn't be able to do that shifting thing. But in today's world, you don't have to shift anymore. You can get you an automatic car. Most of them are automatic. They rarely are straight shifts. And if they're straight shifts, they sell them as straight shifts. You don't need it. I wouldn't be able to do that. I couldn't do it in the game anyway. It might be different. You got a gear there. You knew how to pull it. You could probably figure that out. Pushing buttons and a stick ain't the same as that gear. My mama knows how to do it. She could probably show me. It's going to take me time to learn this truck, though, because I'm not used to driving the truck, y'all. I've gotten used to the car, especially with the taxi. Every now and then I have trouble with these lights. I'd probably have to get me some glasses that dealt with lighting. You know, they make them. I'd have to definitely have the coatings put on them to drive. Because even in the video game, the sun bothers me. In real life, the sun in real life is way worse than these video games. Matt's doing pretty good in the truck. I've only hit a couple of things.
Hey, buddy, if you want to feel the power,
I ain't been going around these motorcycles.
call me and I'll hook you up with my juice.
I got that sign. I got the sign on. I'm already thirsty, man. I got one of them. Boy, did you see what that little motorcycle did to that big truck? Got another one. I'm finally hitting stuff. Now I got some shit shooting at me. Some little gangster fuck shooting at me. That's probably what was happening anyway. He was probably already bothering me. At least you got killed, you little motherfucker. Let's get this money.
What the heck? I call this surprise. Jesus.
Well, he was saying Jesus as he was dying. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Let's get her out here on the motorcycle. I do. Well, I forgot the stick of it. Just start hanging up. Oh, I'm not gonna play this long tonight. I want to go into Cyberpunk. I ain't went Cyberpunk in forever. I don't even know what I'm doing in it anymore. We'll do Cyberpunk another day. I'm feeling kind of sleepy. I'll do Cyberpunk another day. Another day, another way. Another day. I always argue with people on Facebook. Facebook is my new AOL. I used to be like that with Twitter. So I got thrown off, and then when I got back, I was already so programmed to not argue, and I don't argue. In other words, Twitter was not a part of my life so long, because I did have my radio page, but I don't use it to share. I'd usually use it to share gaming links. I talk politics every now and then. And I turned it into a gaming page. It was a radio page. But I turned it into a gaming page. And I didn't hardly comment on it. Politics. I would get brave and comment on articles and everything. I didn't ever argue with people anymore after that. Not on there. It's got out of my life. It's probably good. I probably need to. What I probably should do is just sign off on Facebook. Not sign on up for a while and then come back. That's what I probably should do. Get out of that mess, man. Post through Instagram. You know, you can post through Instagram on I don't hardly argue with nobody on Instagram. Well, at least he could have had some cash on him. No cash. No cash on that piece of trash. It's a red car. Let's get the red one. I like the red. No cash on that piece of trash.
Hey, watch it. Hey, man, what's up?
I was thinking about jacking it. Okay, let's get her to the, I don't guess you can do the casino. I don't remember what time Michael did get it. I mean, Jeff got it. Michael. Opa. Wonder what it is. Oh, you can't go in it. You can't go in it, man.
What's up with you? Why have you been ignoring me? So rude, so very rude.
No, we're not your dog. We're not your dude. We're nothing to you, home. We're not your dude. We don't know you. We don't know you, home. I wish you could do in this game what you do in the other game where you go through and you go over the stuff. Make sure there ain't no collectibles around here. For some reason, this building caught my eye. It caught my eye, biznitch. I don't know if there'll be anything here tonight, but it just caught my eye. I ain't finding anything. That's the cross I don't want to pick up. That's the cross I want to leave lying on the floor. Actually, though, that one guy, they ain't nobody who's ever got a spot like him. Nobody. Nobody. And I doubt anybody ever will. They'd have to actually do something really bad to get there. And if they do, I may not even take it as hard as I did the first time because I've kind of lived and learned. In other words, when the more these hurts keep coming, the less it matters. I still put up the argument for the sake of it, because I'm a fighter. I believe in standing up for myself. But I'm telling you, the pain gets lesser. In other words, the offense. It don't feel. In other words, it feels like you've grown. In other words, inside, you may not act it, you may not always act it, but you feel it. You feel like that's a night you overcame. That's a night you've overcome. You survived another thing. The best way to probably survive is survive it and come out positive with Jesus. But sometimes it ain't always that easy. Sometimes there's a walk with it. And there's a big walk. And it's a long journey. Sometimes you're out in the desert like Jesus was with the devil. 40 days, 40 nights. Or you're on the ark with Noah.
Yeah, hello?
And you're,
You know you're right, honey. It's time I told you who your father was.
God, I should have stayed around and listened to that.
You were immaculately conceived, baby. That's right. Your daddy is Jesus.
Oh, my Lord.
He came down from heaven and gave me
That's
a
too
mama.
much. I didn't want to hear that,
Get away
man.
from me, fool.
I didn't want to hear that. That's a six, isn't it? I'd wish I hadn't stayed around and hear that one. I'm nosy at times. I'm nosy as fuck, y'all. If I hear these old characters talking, I stop and listen. I get her to the casino. I lost my car. I lost my car. I don't know where I parked it. I lost my car and I'm crazy.
Hey, girl.
Hey, boo! I love that one.
Hey, remember me? It's Mama.
Hey, boo!
Mama, there's gotta be a way to get paid to smoke weed.
Tell me about it.
Hey, get you some meth. Maybe you'll get skinny, boo. I don't know about that one, though.
Give me the shits, but I need some taco bomb in my mouth pronto.
Hey, look!
Hey,
We have a
let's meet
fucking
up next week.
pendejo walking
How
out there!
bad is it? What fucking bad is it?
Chingado!
No, you don't know me.
Motherfucker!
Where did I park her car? She can't steal another one. They'll ring the police. I can't believe I lost where she parked her car.
You're like not good looking or famous enough to walk into people, okay?
I'd like to see your face.
Oh, man!
I didn't see you because I was going too fast. Let's see, did you park it around here? Right here. You park it around here. I don't see it, home. I don't see it. You must have not parked it there. Because I don't see it. It was on the other side.
Excuse you?
Not afraid of that, lady. It's time for you to sing. Out of the way, fat woman. Time for you to sing. Out of the way, fat lady. It's time for you to sing, Holmes. Where did I park her car, man? I park it in here? I know she came through there because I drunk the drink.
You know you need to stop.
She laughed at him. He's lying, man.
That's in, don't worry about it.
He ain't lost no 2 pounds.
Okay, let's just all calm down.
He's selling tall tales. I love them liars.
Hey, Honey Boo, you look great.
Honey Boo! There it is, and it's Honey Boo.
The hell?
Well, she's got the poo-poo on her.
Take the wheel.
She's gonna go to the poo-poo. She's gonna go to the poo-poo. Might as well call him the poo-poo. Might as well call it the poo-poo, man. Got the po-po on her. Vinewood, up to no good. Meta. That's what she's basically saying. I know what it translates because I named the character that. El Den de Mote. Den de Mote. I just said Mote. So I said. Den de Mote. Oh. Den de Mote. A little bit of Rolling Stone. Boy, that's gonna lead me to my daddy's last concert. The Rolling Stone. He got on that brown sugar thing. He sat there and he did that damn old brown sugar 3 times. Why do you want to get hung up on that? She says, my mom asked, what rock are you living under? That's one of their biggest hits. Well, I didn't know nothing about the Rolling Stones. I didn't listen to the Rolling Stones. He said, well, you must have been living under a rock. She says, that was one of his biggest. That was one of the biggest hits. He didn't like that brown sugar. Brown sugar!
That's nuts!
This is always one of my favorites, by the way. He did do it about 3 times, though. What he did was, he did it, he done a little, it's sort of like a medley. He went back to it, and then he done another song for a little bit, then they brought out a guitarist or something. And then they went back to it. And my daddy, by the time, he was tired. He was tired of hearing brown sugar. I tried to tell him that's the way. I said sometimes bands do medleys. And he was so tired of it. He'd come home, he was complaining about those old Rolling Stones had to do the. And my mama said, what rock were you living under? That's one of their biggest hits. One of the funniest arguments I ever seen happen. Why I miss my old crazy daddy. He's crazy. He'd argue about the silliest thing. But now I do too, so I guess I've taken right after him. Between the two, I've got the worser mouth. He was more reserved than me. Cuss word. One of my friends shared a picture of cornbread, and she remembered him doing that too. He must have did it around her a few times, because she remembered it when he would put the cornbread in the milk. He liked doing that. He would take his cornbread, crush it up, put it in milk, and he'd eat it. I think about it every time we have cornbread. I think about it. It's a memory I have of my daddy. I'm gonna tell people, and this ain't for everybody. This message is for people that just like things. Like you got a little bit of difference. Like your daddy, he don't like how you are. He wanted you to go another direction. When you went the other direction, you two kind of got mad at each other over that, and you're not speaking. You might better get over that. Now, I would say if you got an abusive fighter to beat the hell out of you, or you had to get away from them, and that's what's kept you away from them, I'd say you might want to stick on that route. Unless you want, for the sake of not having any regrets, go ahead and work it out. Because there's instances where people are literally abused. But now it is possible to repair it. If you can, I'd say repair it. Because the parents is always going to be parents. Indeed, if there was no guide, your mom and dad would be your creator. Like say if God was just a... I'm not saying that. I'm saying if he was just a metaphor, and yep, like Santa Claus. I'm not saying he's like that. I'm saying if it was that, your mom and your dad would basically be your creator, and you're going to be a piece of them. So I'm giving some tips here. You might want to work that out, because me and him, we were it came quick, man. My only little piece is a conversation that morning before he got really rough. He told me and Crystal to guard our health. He didn't want us going through what he went through. That's the one little piece I have, because me and him, we was kind of not talking to each other. I would help him set his radio because he went blind, and he had to have help with his TV and his radio and stuff at the time. So he used to get the TV. Dad bought him a big old 55-inch or something. He could sort of make his... he couldn't see good, but he could see a little bit. He could see enough to change his channels. I'd have to help him with his satellite radio, his Grand Ole Opry and stuff. That's about all I was doing for a while. In other words, we wouldn't have a conversation. We weren't talking. I just do things for him. I'm glad I did, though. Because I kid you not, when he was in the hospital, I wasn't there. I wasn't able to go. I was sick at that time. I wasn't able to walk hospitals. I was having one of those spells. And he told them all I was coming to set his radio. So he in his outstage thinking about me, so in a way, I was important to him. So I can take peace to that I was important enough to be with him when I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there, but I was there. But I kind of wish I could have been there now. See, that's where I'm at. But what I'm trying to say is, I was there anyway. See what I'm saying? So I would give the advice that if it's something little, not nothing huge. Like they didn't, I would definitely not say this about a child molester. If you were bothered that way, I could see you. Indeed, here's my stance on pedophiles. They shouldn't be allowed to exist. They should get the death penalty. But now, if it was just something, I would work through it. Like I'm telling you, Daddy wanting you to be a football player and you choosing to be something else. Or Daddy wanting you to do this, wanting you to be a doctor or lawyer, and you went to be a musician. That wouldn't be a good thing to separate you over. Stuff like that. Or you thought he was too hard on you. And I'm talking about mamas too, because there's toxic mamas out here too. They're a little hard on you. Because at the end of the day, when it gets a few years down the road and you have this feeling like maybe you wish it had went better, you might go there. Now some people won't care. And I'm going to tell you, I can see that. Because I bet if I'd been done certain situations, they probably wouldn't be no going back for me. Because I'm that way. I bet I'd be even harder on a family member. Because I'm hard on regular people. Problem is, our family was all good. I mean, we had some little quarrels. It's nothing big. It's nothing you can't get over. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the stuff that one minute you could be sitting and fighting like cats and dogs, and then you could get up the next day and you could probably cut up and joke. That's the kind of problems we had. And our whole family was sort of like it. And I'm talking about even cousins. We were just lucky. We had a good family. We got together every Christmases and family reunions. We just had it good. There's some bad in there as well. But overall, we were lucky. We were blessed. We were blessed with the family we had. There would be some situations that I would say you could probably walk away from and then not look back. But I'm just saying about the little things. Don't let it's the little things that kills this bush thing. Little things that kill. Tearing at my brains again. It's a little things that kill. The little things that kill. I wouldn't let the little things. I'll tell you though, if people ain't nothing to me, I don't sweat it. My only trouble out of that whole mess that's happened now, and I'm not going to start talking about it, was the friends I lost in it. But now, I mean, it's tough. Nobody should have to take that big behemoth's abuse. If they'd been anything to the other people, they wouldn't have coddled her. It's enablers that makes things worse. People that enable abuse. Because they only get by because people tolerate them. And that's what's wrong with the school shooting. I'm going to move from that real quick. I'm going to move to another subject. School shootings. You know that's what's wrong? You know what creates the school shootings? People likes to blame the gun and blame this and that. It's bullies. Pearl Jam has a song called Jeremy. Jeremy spoken. Play SD. Jeremy spoken. Spoken. Jeremy. Until we fix the issue of bullies, it really needs to be taken really seriously. And I'm going to tell you, the way it's set up right now, I know because I dealt with it. And it ain't changed. Do you realize that the victim will get blamed as well? Do you realize that they treated me? One time, I told y'all a story though, that the guy eventually became my friend. He literally bullied me. My father threatened to beat his butt. And he threatened to beat his butt. And they blamed me for it. They made me go through counseling. And all this other stuff. And I was the innocent one. This guy was bothering me every day. Instead of just singling him out, making him the problem, they made me the problem. They made me mad. Because I felt like I didn't do nothing. I felt like I did nothing to deserve that. I mean, I couldn't help he was bothering me every day. I just wanted to avoid him as much as possible. He did stop after my daddy got a hold of him. He didn't want to, but he did. And then over the years, me and him started chatting and we became friends. He told him he'd let him take it. He would go turn himself in the police himself if they wanted to charge him for it. He's going to beat his ass. He'd probably done be in jail right now with these bullies we've run into now. If he'd been alive. Because I'm telling you, he would have been a tough old broad. He'd been a tough old man. Because he was carrying a limb around exactly the day before he died. At some old schmuck that lived next door. That would aggravate the piss out of us. That limb was heavy as fuck. And it was exactly 30 days till his death. The exact month before. It was a cancer. It killed him real quick. But that's how tough he was. He's an old man, too. What was he, 72? Going on 73? He had eye vision problems, too, but he didn't let people know about that. He pretended like he didn't have vision problems, even though he had them. And he had them, y'all. They was giving him eye shots and everything. Which we tried to talk him out of that. That was a bunch of nonsense. I got to try to get my eyesight back. They were just taking advantage of him. Well, I want to see again. You don't never know. It might have, all that stuff might have poisoned him. You never know, y'all. These old pharmaceutical people ain't good. Their junk ain't good. They wanted me to start taking shots to the eyes, and I refused. I just quit going to the eye doctor. And here we are 5 years later, and I'm still seeing. I don't see good at times. But I'm still seeing. Well, I wouldn't be sitting there playing this video game if I couldn't see. Little things again, tearing at my brains again. that deer? I don't do as I'm told. If I don't think it's in my best interest, I don't do it. Some people just do anything a white coat will tell them. You go get another opinion. Or you leave altogether. Them white coats don't know that more than you do. You know yourself more than they do. You know what hurts you. You eventually learn all that stuff. You learn what you can do, what you can't do. And you don't need those fucks telling you everything. Those bastards. Now, sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're bastards. Look at what they did during COVID. They locked people down. They caused those deaths. We can't get into that because I'm on Twitch. But they caused them. We can't get into that, unfortunately. I hate not being able to talk. But I'm not really wanting to laugh, to tell you the truth. I'm having to force some joy there, as it kind of makes me mad. That we're in this communist belt where we can't talk about nothing. The things that the forefathers all. You notice they waited till all those died off? Have you noticed that? Y'all notice they waited till all those old men died off? Where they literally really started? You want to know why? They would have got stirred up and at old, they would have probably been... Well, I don't even want to say because I might get in trouble. But I think them old men would have revolted. Even being old. I think they'd have been like the revolutionaries. And I think that's why they waited till they all died off or the rest of them got in rest homes. Well, those old men wouldn't have tolerated it. Hell, they ain't worried about cars from Japan. I used to think that was stupid. Even my father was like that. He didn't want nothing to do with them. Then he got to realizing they was all made in China. His final days. Final years. He wouldn't buy those. He wouldn't buy none of those. He wouldn't buy Toyotas. He wouldn't buy Mazdas. He wouldn't buy none of those. He wouldn't buy any of them foreign cars. He'd buy Fords, Chevys, and his favorite brand was Dodge. He didn't buy that foreign junk. They actually gave us one of those, whatever they call them. I kind of liked it. I had plenty of room in it. My sister didn't like it too much. She said it hurt her back. I actually liked it. I had plenty of room for my knees. The dash was flat. I like having room for my knees. My knees are big. Of course, it's easy for me. I had to sit in the front seat, so she has to get the back. It might have been worse in the back. I had to sit in the front. My legs are too big. I can sit in them, but I can't really sit in them. Because if I have to ride for a long time, you'd have to be stopping every few minutes. I'd be having to get out. I can't ride with my knees crunched up too long, especially with my leg condition. Oh, I hear something. Will we buy something? Jets! It's Jets! I might better check this out. There may be something up here. Oh, is that place where I picked those people up? Is it up there? Because there's a sculpture there you can collect. I'm gonna run up and see. Because it's there, I'm getting it, baby. Because I meant to get to the, and then I got off course. The cow. I'm going up that mountain. You see that mountain there? One of these days I'm gonna cut. Oh, Tennessee River and the mountain man. We get together anytime we can. Oh, Tennessee River and the mountain man. I may be wrong. This may not be the place. But I will go up here and check it. There's something up. There's something up there, babe. I get tired. I may have to get off. Oh, Tennessee River and the mountain man. We get together anytime we can. Oh, Tennessee River and the mountain man. We stay together with Mother Nature's band. Realistically, no human can climb that. Too steep. If you did, you'd have to have a walking stick. You'll be running up it like she's running. I bet she's gonna start falling right in here. It's really steep here. I'll get up here and see what I think. Oh my God, it's getting steeper. It's not the place, definitely. I was wrong. Unless it's up here. You know, there was a dirt road you drove around. On a dirt road. On a dirt road. Come on, vehicle. I want you, baby.
I totally freaked.
Pee your pants.
Wow.
You sound like a freak. No, I'll shut up. Sound like a girly mom. Sound like a girly mom. I guess you're just going back to where you came, bitch. What the fuck you doing, girl? Red-headed stepchild? Uncle Poppy! Well, now you broke the fucking windows out. Congratulations. Congratulations, Home. Axl Rose has been added. I mean, Guns N' Roses have been added to that Black Sabbath thing. What? I'm imagining Axl. What? That song. Yo, sing on! Don't be wrong! You're big of a evil! The devil is never the place! There's such a thing! You're tender! And it it goes on and on and on. It's heaven and hell. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. The love of life is not the same. The end of the still beginning. The closer you to the moon, the sooner you know that's a dream. And it goes on and on and on. Whoa, it's on and on. And it goes on and on. And that's I'm probably fading out. Because it usually fades out. I start screaming. The filter's on. Is heaven? Yeah, yeah. Wow. I sang one, and you sang one. I can imagine, like heaven, knocking on heaven's door. It's time for the crowd to get out and start singing with it. I sang one, and you sang one. Let's make the heavens and the hell hear it. Let's make both heaven and hell hear it. I can hear it. I'm doing a little Funko Pop Axel, of course. And it goes on and on and on. And it goes on and on and on. Imagine they're war pigs, too. Or paranoid. Yes, with my woman, because they... I can't even think of the words. The closer you get to the main, the sooner you know that's a dream. It goes on and on and on. Whoa, it's on and on, yeah. On and on and on. Yeah. Boy, it'd be cool. See, I know Axel. He's the one who made me want to be a singer. And it goes on and on, yeah. Voice is real scratchy right now, though. I may be like Marilyn Manson for us all, or I may else. He had to take a day off. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's make both the heavens and the hell hear us tonight. I sing one, and you sing one. On and on and on. It's heaven and hell, yeah. Funko Pop Axel. The inspiration of him is Garden of Eden, Bad Apples. Let's see. What are them all songs? That's if you want to know what's inspired, the inspiration behind it. And then that part in the breakdown where he does the end. Been chased by the blue wheelies all wheels. Oh, after a long driver, the last American hero, the elected senator, the supercharger of the Golden West, 2 Nazi cars are after our own long driver. The police cars are getting closer to a soul hero and a soul mobile. Yeah, baby, they're about to strike. They're gonna get him, smash, rape the last beautiful free soul on this planet. But it is written, if the evil tiger harms if the evil spirit harms the tiger with claws, thus spake the super Google. Did you hear that? I used to always love that. That's one of my favorite parts of that song. Put it tied up, hanging upside down. We put it tied up, and you can't ride her. Since put it tied up, hanging upside down. Well, look and tell you she's the right one. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's one that inspired Funko Pop Axel's voice. I make him talk like that. I always loved that Southern feel of that album. That album had a Southern. Y'all know there is a difference in those two albums? You put in number 1, it's got a few of those tracks on it. But number 2 takes a different twist. It has more of a Southern rock feel to it. I mean, all the songs on it. They've got this Southern feel to it. Like it's sort of like you took Leonard Skinner and you mixed it with Metallica and stuff. And so maybe a little bit of punk. It's kind of Skinner-y, but not Skinner-y. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it don't sound like Skinner, but it sounds Southern like Skinner. It sounds like, sort of like that Georgia and Alabama rock. It used to come out of the Allman Brothers. And You got that feeling to it. Like even the piano on the second album. If you listen to the piano, it's got a Southern flavor to it, man. And I always liked it for that. That was one of my favorite Guns N' Roses records, was the usually listen to it. I like 1 too. Then that Garden of Eden and even the Garden. Lost in the Garden of Eden, so we're lost in the Garden of Eden. No one's gonna believe it because we're lost in the Garden of Eden. We ain't talking about no poison apple now, you hear? I'm starting to think about that one now, though. You might not even be thinking about what I'm thinking. But now I'm thinking about the Gnostic texts now. Lost in the Garden of Eden, so we're lost in the Garden of Eden. No one's gonna believe it because we're lost in the Garden of Eden. Some Gnostic texts about the Adam and Eve. Some stuff's out there like a space trip, man. It's like it's an acid trip or something. Go read some of the texts that's on Adam and Eve. But now I'm gonna tell you, some of it makes better sense than what we're told. But it's far from the Bible. It ain't the same story. It's a different twist on it. Lost in the Garden of Eden, so we're lost in the Garden of Eden. No one's gonna believe it. Get your gun off it. Get those get on. Let's go NWA on those bridges. Ha ha. Whoa, yeah. Okay. Lost in the garden of Eden. So we're lost in the garden of Eden. No one's gonna believe. How'd that go from Black Sabbath to Use Your Illusion? Boy, those albums are great. You know, I didn't even really, I'm gonna tell you, they were a little too adult for me. When I was a kid, I was too adolescent. I was wanting another Appetite for Destruction. And I kind of got disappointed at it with them when I first heard it. Thought that this ain't like Appetite for Destruction. But then as the years went along,
Fuck, that's scary.
I started realizing its greatness. The complexity of that album. What a great albums they were. Now I did like them because I like stuff like Coma. Bomb, 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 bomb. Weirdest song they ever had. Bomb, 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 bomb. Here you caught me in a coma. Well, I don't think I wanna ever come back to this world again. I kinda like it in a coma, 'cause no one's ever gonna walk through this world again. And I said, and I feel the black this way, but my body's calling, my body's calling. Won't you come back to this world again? Standing deep in the sea, black, I got the reality, I got the bones on the map. Well, I'm gonna sail it, I'm gonna sail it. I could be so easy. But with the color, I suggest I leave it all up to me with all my feelings buried in. Somebody tell me what the fuck is going on? It's a bit boom, 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 boom. I'm replacing the GD with Hog Down for now. Boom, 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 boom. My investigation, the strange investigation status chapel down my jeans, and I'm waiting at the crossroads, waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Where are you? Bong, bong, bong. It's Duff Rosa Kagan. Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong. No one's gonna bother me anymore. No one's gonna mess with my head no more. I can't understand what all the fighting's for, but it's so down here, down off, nice down here, down off the shore. I wish you could see this, 'cause there's nothing to see. It's my head and it's flying with me. Not what that world where I used to live. I never sang that last part, 'cause I want to live, baby. I always want to live. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. I never did like saying that. When I was a kid, when I tried to learn it for karaoke. Because I love my life, y'all. I love my life. I don't want to lose it. I'm sorry. But I'm still down here. I want to be here as long as possible. I've told Jesus, if he comes soon, keep me here till he comes. I wish you could see this, 'cause there's nothing to see. Peaceful here and it's fine with me. Not like the world where I used to live. Boom, 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 boom. I always love that bass too. Boom, 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 boom. I'm telling y'all, when I was first doing karaoke, that was one of the first songs I went to. I don't know why, but that was the bitch, man. It's an 8-minute song. It's almost going on 9. I always never could sing the end that well. The end's really complicated. It's peaceful here and it's fine with me. Not like the world where I used to live. I think he said he did that in a little bit of Ozzy there, though. I think Ozzy was behind the inspiration of that vocal. I remember him telling that back in like 91 or 90 when it come out. 91. It's peaceful here and it's fine with me. Not like the world where I used to live. I always liked that part, like he did how he did his voice. Just like how we did that. Where I used to live. I love that. Boy, it always gave me chills, though. I mean, I'm telling you, I remember the first time I heard it. I can remember. My daddy was vacuuming through the house, and I could hear the vacuum cleaner. I was sitting there trying to listen to this tape. I just got it, man. He was out that day. He was sick. He was at home. He had to stay out of work that day. He barely missed any days of work, but he had to miss that day for something. I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah, he had a doctor's appointment, and he just came home. He came home early. That was what it was. It's peaceful here, and it's fine with me. And I was listening through the vacuum cleaner. Bum, 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 bum. I said, I've waited all day to hear this song. Bum, bum. Because I kept hearing about it and reading about it in the magazines, and I just had, that's the one I wanted to hear. Bum, 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 bum. Plus, I like paranormal stuff, too. Bum, bum, bum. It's kind of like him between and out. Because he's dealing with the world of a coma. Like what happens to you when you're in a coma. That's what the song's about. Bum, bum, bum. So you're in between spirituality. You're probably, like when you're in a coma, you're probably somewhere in between here and there. So that kind of made the interest for me. It's kind of like a Coast to Coast AM. That's even before I was listening to Coast to Coast AM. I didn't run into Coast to Coast in '94. But I was always interested in that stuff. Bam, 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 bam. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna try to get to that cabin, do a mission or do a race before I completely get off. But I'm gonna end this portion of the stream. We'll be right back.